Hey there, this is Mr. Icarus, and welcome to yet another edition of Doom Mod Madness. This time round, we're checking out something that I imagine is pretty close to a lot of people's idea of a true representation of hell. And if you've spent any time on the internet of late, you will have doubtlessly come across this meme. It is the Crash Bandicoot Woah meme, and someone has admirably translated that into Doom as far as every single enemy is now Crash Bandicoot. Whenever they see you, they spaz out into that god-awful horrifying animation, and you better get used to that noise. You better get used to that noise, because that is going to be happening for the entirety of whatever set of maps you are playing. So yeah, this is pretty much my life now. This is fine. Actually, no, I retract that statement. This is, in fact, awful, and every second spent playing it is a second spent straying even further away from God's light. But anyway, just in case you were wondering, some of the enemies in this mod do, in fact, retain the characteristics. Even though they've been horrifically mutated into woeing Crash Bandicoots, you'll find that enemies such as Imps, Hell Knights, et al. Will, in fact, retain the projectile-throwing capabilities. When it comes to hit-scan enemies such as zombie soldiers and shotgunners, all they can really do is woe in your general direction and leap at your face, which is horrifying in of itself. And if you're playing on higher difficulties such as ultra-violence here, you'll find that they seem to multiply quite horrifically, and before you know it, you'll be staring down a horde of the buggers, wishing that it would all end. Oh god, why won't it end? But really, that's a problem when dealing with memes. You've got no clear idea when they're just gonna fizzle out and fade away. For all you know, this thing's gonna be sticking around for an uncomfortably long time, featuring in endless mashups. I mean, I've seen this in Attack on Titan mashups, I've seen this in Shooting Stars mashups, and now here it is, of course, in Doom. You can just hope that people run out of ideas of where they can stick Crash in his freakishly distorting body, and we can move on with our lives. But no, we're not at that point yet. And at the very least, on the bright side, you can still pick up a gun in this game and shoot the meme in the face. If you're so inclined, you can blow it to smithereens. There's also some other unorthodox methods you can use to kill Crash, provided you know where to look. This is, of course, the Fidget Spinner mod, which replaces the chainsaw with a fidget spinner. Oh good it spins. Why did kids like this shit again? It literally spins! That's all it fucking does. At least in this mod, it's actually useful. At least I can kill things with a fidget spinner. Put some fucking razor blades on them in real life. That'll make things real interesting. Let's see how long fidget spinners stay popular when that happens. Eh? Sorry, I got a little carried away with myself. I obviously feel a little too strongly about fidget spinners and the fact that I see them in nearly every goddamn shop every time I go outside. But anyway, at least here it's fulfilling some kind of purpose. That purpose being the murder of a mutated marsupial of sorts. Actually, on top of that, it just makes me want to go back and rediscover yo-yos, because yo-yos were cool, goddammit. You could actually do tricks with those things, and I'd much rather be using a yo-yo to bash Crash's face in than this thing. In fact, I'd much rather be using a Beyblade. That's the level of disdain I'm operating on here. I'd much rather use a Beyblade than a fidget spinner. So if you've gone this far and wondered why I'm even bothering with this in the first place, it's because Icarus didn't get a lot of time to research mods this week. Normally, I spend a bit of time trawling through forums, finding what's new, downloading a few mods at a time, and testing them out, seeing how they play, how they feel, and whether I think they're up to being covered that week. But sometimes forces just conspire against you, and you've got no choice but to go for the lowest hanging fruit, leading to situations like this, where I'm forced to cover mods featuring Crash Bandicoot and fidget spinners. But at the very least, I can say I'm a fan of the animation that's been captured here for Crash in all its sheer unbridled horror. But there was, I believe, a previous version of this where Crash didn't really animate all that much, and someone went to the effort to capture the animation fully and bring you this little slice of hell. So, thanks for that, I guess? At the very least, it's not something I think I'll be forgetting anytime soon. It's not often that you have to fight against a horde of contorting Crash Bandicoots, and not very often that you get to see a cyber demon in the form of Crash Bandicoot either, albeit one that vomits rockets in your general direction. So, yeah, if you fancy having a slightly unconventional time while playing Doom, then the link, as usual, is in the description below, as will be the link to the Fidget Spinner mod. Why you'd want to use it, I'll never know, but it's there nonetheless. Hopefully you found some way of enjoying this edition of Doom Mod Madness. Feel free to let me know what you thought in the comments below, and feel free to suggest much better or even much worse mods for me to cover in future episodes of Doom Mod Madness. This has been Mr. Icarus, apologizing profusely for inflicting this on all of you. Icarus out.